Also, did you see that Dylan Mulvaney responded to all the to the hate brigade that Elon Musk allowed on his platform, which I think should be illegal if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But anyways, take a look at this. She's sick.
One thing I will not tolerate people saying about me is that I don't like beer, because I love beer and I always have.
I love beer, Senator. Do you like beer, Senator? I love beer, Senator.
I built my platform on being honest with you, and what I'm about to tell you might sound like old news, but you know that feeling when you have something uncomfy like sitting on your chest? Well, that's how I feel right now, so this feels like the right thing to do. I took a brand deal with a company that I loved, and I posted a sponsored video to my page. And it must have been a slow news week, because the way that this ad got blown up, you would have thought I was like on a billboard or on a TV commercial or something major. But no, it was just an Instagram video. And the wildest part is that they also sent me one can with my face on it. You might have seen it. And funny story, I had the can around my house, but then I realized, wait, I need to protect this can. So I hid it somewhere. And now I can't find it because I hid it so well. But when I do find it, I feel like it needs to go in a museum, preferably behind bulletproof glass.
That is true. She needs to be careful. The British Museum may try and want to get their hands on it.
And you might be thinking, Dylan, why bring it up now? I'm bringing it up because what transpired from that video was more bullying and transphobia than I could have ever imagined. And I should have made this video months ago, but I didn't. And I was scared, and I was scared of more backlash, and I felt personally guilty for what transpired. So I patiently waited for things to get better.
No.
But surprise, they haven't really. And I was waiting for the brand to reach out to me, but they never did.
I think that's the most damning thing ever, that that Bud Light never actually reached out to her again. They just like forgot about it. I don't know. That is pretty insane. I actually don't feel bad about Bud Light crashing at all. I don't care, actually. I think they do deserve it, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, for not caring about the, you know, influencers that they work with, because it is Bud Light's fault that she got this type of like hate thrown at her, and then they didn't say anything about it. I think that's genuinely insane. I think it's actually crazy. You should not be able to get away with that. That's really disrespectful, honestly. And they just like allowed it to happen and then never ever reached back out again because of that. But the CEO basically said they're giving in to boycotters in an interview yesterday. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, like, as another reason not to support, like, I don't think we should be supporting the company either. If I'm gonna be honest with you, in the way in which they handled it. But at the same time, I don't think. Also, Bud Light's been crashing for years now, so I don't really care. And the crazy thing about it is, like, it won't even really change that much of anything, because Bud Light still does Pride stuff, and they still will be doing Pride stuff. Like, they did a Pride parade like a couple days ago. So honestly, I kind of hope that the conservatives like obliterate Bud Light. Fuck them. And they're massive donors to the Republican Party. I hope they get obliterated. I couldn't care less. I genuinely couldn't care less. Corporations only care about their money, nothing new. Yeah, but like even some of those corporations would, you know, do something to protect the people who they work with. That even they like take some time to like do something to help the people they work with. Here they're just like literally throwing her to the wolves. And for what? And for what? Wild, isn't it?
And for months now, I've been scared to leave my house. I have been ridiculed in public. I've been followed. And I have felt loneliness that I wouldn't wish on anyone. And I'm not telling you this because I want your pity. I am telling you this because if this is my experience from a very privileged perspective, know that it is much, much worse for other trans people.
True. True and real. She seems quite nice, honestly. Poor lady. Oh, there's round two. There's round two, Electric Boogaloo.
hire a trans person and then not publicly stand by them is worse, in my opinion, than not hiring a trans person at all.
True, 100%. Like, at least, like, you leave them alone at that point to try and scoop up money off of them and then put them into a place where they can get harassment and then not do anything about it. I think that's sick. I genuinely do.
Because it gives customers permission to be as transphobic and hateful as they want. And the hate doesn't end with me. It has serious and grave consequences for the rest of our community. And you know, we're customers too. I know a lot of trans and queer people who love beer. And I have some lesbian friends who could drink some of those haters under the table. But to turn a blind eye and pretend everything is okay, it just isn't an option right now. And you might say, but Dylan, I don't want to get political. Babe, supporting trans people, it shouldn't be political.
True.
There should be nothing controversial or divisive about working with us. And I know it's possible because I've worked with some fantastic companies who care. But caring about the LGBTQ plus community requires a lot more than just a donation somewhere during Pride Month.
True. Who is she? She's speaking facts. She's running it, dude. How nice. Well, all of this is incredibly true. All of this is 100% true. I'm not even sure necessarily everything that I'm not even completely sure what I can add to this. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's hitting on all of the great points. She can't miss. She's doing a great job. I'm really glad that she came out like this. I don't have any feeling towards her like getting really into trans advocacy or not. I don't think just because you're born as a minority means you now have to be like a spokesperson for that minority, especially at her size. I can imagine that what she wanted to do, instead of like all of this bullshit, all of this like bullying and hatred and all of this stuff, I imagine what she wanted to do was sip a beer and go to the beach and I don't know, make TikTok videos. I can imagine that's what she really wanted to do. So I mean, I'll support her whatever path that she takes. Even if it's a bit unreasonable. You know, sometimes reasonable women have to make unreasonable choices. You know what I mean? Sometimes they have to get a little bit unreasonable. And if that's what has to be done, you know, it has to be done because the transphobia needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago. And if that means some people getting a little bit unreasonable, well, I mean, you know, that's the price of doing business, I guess. Really unfortunate. They should stop.
And all this to say, bottom line is that if you follow me, if I've made you smile, if you care about me, I need you to care about every trans person. And I need you to support us, and I need you to stand by us. And hey, it's still Pride Month. So,
what was that? Still Pride Month. Cheers.
And hey, it's still Pride Month. So, I'm going to celebrate being alive. And I'm going to celebrate the trans people in my life and the ones I haven't met yet. And I'm going to celebrate the fact that no matter how many thousands of horrible messages or news anchors misgendering me or companies going silent, that I can look in the mirror and see the woman that I am and that I love being. And I know you were probably here for the tea of it all. But I would love for something productive to come from this. So there is a link in my bio to the Trans Law Center, who is doing some wonderful work if you have the means to donate. And to the good people out there, I love ya. I really do.
How nice.
This meme is very real.
It's so true, Marjorie, and so true, Dylan. Great stuff. Amazing stuff. I'm glad to see that she came back from this and is doing quite well for herself. I'm glad she's still all right, you know, and can still put out a smile even with all this stuff going on. And with all of this, obviously, the last thing that she wants to see is a trans person being happy. Candace Owens decided to comment on this. No one threatened to kill Dylan Mulvaney. You come on. You know that's untrue. Doubt. I'm pressing X to doubt. Me when I lie. That did absolutely happen. And the fact it's threatening enough to like find somebody in real life and then stalk them down and then ask them if they're like a pedophile for drinking a beer. Like, are you crazy? And then you saying that we need to kill all of these. We need you like, come on, like stop being stupid. Like stop being stupid. I know it's really hard for you, Candace. I know she has a concerted effort to try to attempt to hold back the black collective IQ in America just because it's funny, but like just for a second, a moment in time, her just being a smart person would be like a great change of pace. Literally for once. We threatened to and made good on to no longer drink Bud Light. I'm so sick of the trans community pretending they're black people surviving the Klan in the 20s. Waterloo Regional Police say 24-year-old international student, this is today, this is a couple hours ago, has been charged with a hate-motivated crime related to gender expression and gender identity in connection to a stabbing that injured 3 people during a gender studies class in the University of Waterloo on Wednesday. So what he did was he walked into a college with 2 knives, not just 1, 2 knives. And then he walked into a gender studies class and asked, "Is this gender studies?" And then when he got a yes answer, he pulled out 2 knives and then started stabbing people. It was crazy. It was crazy. He has like a face of a Paul Wojak. Wait, he does. Somebody was like, he looks like a Paul Wojak. Wait, he kind of does. Oh no. Oh no, that is crazy. That is remarkable. He's got the phrenology. He's got that r/pole phrenology. You really do hate to see it. How disgusting. How sick. But hey, listen. Oh, I hate that trans people act like we're going to be harming them. Anyways, let's all laugh and cheer about the idea of people trying to defile a land, trying to defile a monument to the queer people who were murdered at the Club Q shooting. Like everybody in Daily Wire were like clapping like seals when people go down to Florida and commit a hate crime against a monument to gay people who died just because they think it's funny. And then they come out here and be like, I can't believe. And they go, I can't believe they would actually think that we're going to try and hurt them. Anyways, bomb threat. Oh man. Oh man. It was hilarious. These people. I hate these people. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.